you want to be successful, you have to get the knowledge, you have to take action, you have to have a network, and you have to have the mindset.
I was a big dreamer when I was little, but I was always being told, put your feet back on the ground, live in the here and now, that's not possible.
What's really important is you start to identify any blockages that you have, so beliefs about yourself that are stopping you from going further. I can achieve financial freedom, I can have the exact life I want, and the people around me can benefit from that. That means because of me not doing it, everybody else has missed out.
So welcome to Property Investing with Abby. On today's episode, I am so excited. I've got a best-selling author with me, Steve Doran, and he wrote a best-selling book, Burn the Bullshit. And it's how to live before you die. So it's basically how to have the best life. Now we're just about to go into 2023, which is huge for people. And this time of year, people start thinking about what they might want to achieve next year. What is it? The problem is most people think about it and they don't actually do it and things get in their way. So I thought today we'd talk to Steve and Steve can give us some top tips of how we can have the best 2023.
Well, I speak about 4 things. People, if you want to be successful, you have to get the knowledge, you have to take action, you have to have a network, and you have to have the mindset. And the problem is when people don't have the mindset, then even if they get the knowledge, that's what stops them going away and taking action. And so what I notice is a lot of people, they go to courses, they attend training, sit on YouTube watching videos, they learn all this stuff about investing in property, but because they don't have that belief in themselves that they can go and do it, it stops them from taking action. So I think that beliefs are the keys that unlock the door to your potential. And so the reason I wrote the book 7 years ago now was just to look at where our beliefs come from, how they're originally formed, and whether or not they're serving us. Because I'm a big believer that there isn't a good belief or a bad belief. It's just whether a belief empowers us and takes us where we want to go, or it disempowers us and it stops us from getting where we want to go. So it's not about judgment of beliefs or saying what's right or wrong. It's just about, is this belief serving you, yes or no? Is this belief about yourself taking you where you want to go? If not, how do we remove it? And how do we replace it? Because you can't just take something away without putting a new empower and belief in. So what's really important is you start to identify any blockages that you have. So beliefs about yourself that are stopping you from going further. Maybe you think, it's all right for this person, but I can't do that because of where I grew up or where I came from, or because I've got kids, or because I've got whatever your circumstantial situation is. We know, because we're in a community, there's so many people who've overcome so many of those challenges, myself included, yourself included. We've all got different backgrounds, but we've all overcome challenges we could have used as excuses. And you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. And so this really is about, put the excuses to the side, let's change the belief and start thinking, what if I could? What sort of belief would allow me to see that for myself? And so the biggest exercise in the book, which is where the title comes from, is at the end, once you've been through the whole process, where you write out your bullshit beliefs, so those beliefs that are holding you back, stopping you from where you want to go, and you physically set them on fire. So you actually destroy, quite literally destroy those beliefs, and then you go through quite an empowering exercise of writing those new beliefs that are going to take you where you want to go. And people look at property investors and they think, it's all right for you, you just walk into every situation really confident and you know what you're doing. It's about being able to trust yourself in a situation that even though you're nervous or even though you're in a stretch zone, you're going to be able to deal with it.
I was a big dreamer when I was little, but I was always being told, put your feet back on the ground, live in the here and now, that's not possible. But they're all limiting beliefs, aren't they?
100%, and so many people operate out of fear. And a big thing for me, the mindset I used to have is, what would go wrong? I said, whoa, but what if it goes right? Have you ever thought about that? Because, let's say I go to invest in property. What if it goes wrong? Well, if it goes wrong, I'll end up going back and doing something else. And that's what I'm going to generate. Worst case scenario, I try and invest in property. It's not for me. Fine, I go back and work. Did you die? Probably not.
Not
many people try and invest and die as a side effect of investing in property. So probably not. So we're still here. So that's the worst case. What's the best case scenario? Wow, hold on, I can achieve financial freedom, I can have the exact life I want, and the people around me can benefit from that. Why would I look at just the one thing of what could go wrong? It's fine. I think you should be aware of what the potential risks are. If there was a real risk of dying, you need to take that into serious account. But once you've identified the risks, and I think you should start looking at the rewards, and then start balancing up the probabilities and going, actually, if all of these people have followed it, and they're all telling me the exact same thing, that it works. Why on earth would I not go for it? What if it goes right? So that's what I always ask myself, but what if it goes right? You've got to add that balance to the mix as well.
It's like devil's advocate, angel's advocate,
Angel's advocate, absolutely.
The thing that I found really fascinating when I started to do property and I started listening and understanding mindset is I didn't realise that there was people that are afraid of not what if it goes wrong, not that they can't do it, they're afraid about what if it goes right and they get the money. And there's a big fear about being a millionaire, having a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's interesting because people got some misconceptions as well about what wealth means or what being a millionaire means. If you're a nice person, it's going to give you the potential and scope to be a nicer person because you can now start to give back to the community, you can give back to other people, you can help to support charitable causes, and it just gives you the ability, you've got more resources to help and support others with. So it's not really changing you fundamentally who you are, but it is going to amplify who you were. So I don't think there's any difference in the types of people that are millionaires or not millionaires. It's just amplifying those characteristics, and people are afraid because it's a big change of life, but I'd be more afraid of what if I didn't, so for me that would be if I could have this and I didn't go down that road, and I know that other people would benefit from me doing that thing, that means because of me not doing it, everybody else has missed out.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And there you go, guys, you've heard it. Limiting beliefs, you need to get them burnt, ready to go into 2023. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of Property Investment with Abby. If you love what Steve was saying and you want to get a copy of the book, you can go on to Amazon or Audible. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and just leave us a comment if any of what we said is ringing true for you, or if we can help you get ready for 2023.